What's up, guys? I'm a little impromptu video. Haven't done one of the YouTube recordings in a while. I'm sitting here in my truck. It's 90 days since my last haircut at a barbershop. I'm sitting out here basically stalking the front door, hoping that they let me in soon. So I'm gonna jump off if they open the door, because this is just, I can't. I've been cutting it myself, I don't know how much of a fool I've been looking, but nobody said anything, so we're good there. So, I want to talk to you about something today. It's been on my mind. It's been in all different conversations. I'm a dad. I'm a step dad. Even though we're not married, I consider myself a stepdad. And I'm a father of a son from a previous marriage. So I don't know. I'm still a dad, but the dynamic is different than ones that are in the house with my current. So it's been a very all over the place type feeling. From my first son, we got back from vacation, and I have this overwhelming feeling always to, is he all right? Did he enjoy himself? Am I doing a good job? Me and his mother speak still, and speak well, quite frankly. Like, when it's bad, now it's good. But there's always that looming feeling, because he walks around like a little asshole sometimes. And he might see this eventually, but he does. He walks around a little bit too tough for what is. I mean, having a problem with the kids, or when I say kids, I mean my stepkids. This is not. I'm trying to understand the chemistry, understand the what is of it. I get it. They're in his space, and he might not overly receive them with open arms all the time, every day, but I see them play. I know that they're good, but that excuse of that, well, they're not my real brothers and sisters, will always come in when he's grumpy or when he's just not feeling it, which, whatever. I hope he grows out of it. But, man, parenting, fatherhood, motherhood, even, all that stuff is just crazy. And I guess I want to just say, there's no book, there's no rules. I know a lot of people have guidelines, suggestions. There's nothing. Just watch, pay attention. I will say that I've probably had my most success inside of any relationship, child, adult, romantic or professional or whichever have you, when I'm the most open and open book about what it is that I'm doing, what my intentions are, and all that jazz. It's a people game. I'm the sales force behind my business, so I try to read a person's, movements, what they're thinking, anticipating if somebody's looking more towards the dollar amount or they're looking more towards the person that's offering the service. Everyone's different. I get a lot of people that enter a conversation in my sales world where it's they're immediately thinking that somebody's trying to get over on them and get the most money out of them possible, so they're on the defense. Those people I got to talk off the ledge. It takes me a long time, but I will recognize it and move as such. Same thing in my romantic world. My girl now, I know she's sensitive to things, and I have to talk a different way or talk a little ramped up to let her know that it's serious. Let's go. Don't be so sensitive. We're moving forward. But it's a people game. It's just understand people, understand your children, and watch them, grow with them. Sometimes I slip up. I mean, I'm probably going to slip up more. Slipping up is part of life. It's part of the game. But just to understand when you misstep is really a crucial learning point. And maybe misstep is the wrong word, but just when you need to be more listening rather than speaking. And sometimes that's with your kids too, even though they're children. Mines are young, but they have things to say. And I've mistakenly done that with my stepkids a lot of times, and then I take a minute and I'll listen to them and be like, damn, got me. And then I reevaluate and I move accordingly, or at least I let them know what my intentions are. I'm not like this mean guy, I just want to make sure that they're good and they're open and they're ready for what comes at them, But yeah, parenting, stepfathering, dealing with a child from a previous marriage in the other direction. It's complicated. I get excited about the future for them. I'm not sure if teachers or professors feel this way about their students, or maybe coaches with their players, but I really, really am hoping that I'm like viewed as they get older as somebody that you know what, yeah, he was right, or at least he pointed me in the right direction, or that he had the idea, aligned. I struggle with being too pushy in certain arenas, like the stepfathering, and then I struggle with not being assertive enough in my son with a previous marriage. Super weird. Like I don't know if it's because he's blood mine, biologically mine, that it's making me do something different or not. I grew up not having the blood combination, a biological combination, be a factor. I was adopted, so there was no blood thing. I really wonder every day when I see the kids fight, or not fight, but when I see them be what seems to be a different reaction than just two brothers and sisters, or brothers and brothers fighting. I see almost the potential for long-term separation. Like my sister, I don't remember if I said anything about it, but my sister and I don't talk. I don't remember much at all from childhood with her. So and now here we are as adults with kids of our own, and we don't talk. They don't know each other. My nephew, I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I don't even know if I exist. I don't even know if she tells him that you have an uncle, Jeremy. I don't know. I kind of hope that she doesn't, so that he doesn't think that I'm just not talking to him for any reason or not, But whatever. But it's, the parenting thing. Whew. I really enjoy it. It really brings me pleasure. I'm about to be a dad to another boy in 2 weeks, and it's got me filled with the same butterflies again, getting ready to show this little guy the ropes, and watch my older kids, show them, teach them, talk to them. It's fun. I like it. I grew up with no kids, really, nothing. Nieces, nephews, cousins, brothers, sisters. One sister, to which you see where that went, so not too close. So it's super fun to watch, or at least show them that these are the people that, as you get older, will be your rocks if you so choose it. I'm about to be 40, and I don't really have any rocks. I consider my parents rocks, but I'm supposed to be their rock now. If they need anything, they're older. I don't really have anybody that's my age rock, like rock. But such is life. I love that. I get emotional about the kids. It always reminds me that my blood is warm for children, and I hope I always keep that and have that. I wanted one of these videos one day to be like lewd, or be a little bit vulgar, go a little crazy, because I often find myself getting like that when I'm talking to my friends, or if I'm with the guys on the jobs that, I'm like that. I'm the loud one. But every time I open this camera, turn this camera on, I somber up, and I get in my head, in my emotions, and my words often become a little slow roller, So, maybe it'll change. Maybe not. I don't know. But, I guess the point of this one is, I'm just kind of documenting I love being a dad. I think it's very powerful. I feel bad for the dads out there, the fathers rather, that don't take the title of father and turn it to dad. You know, maybe their kids call them dad, but to me it's a really marked difference. Somebody can be the father of a child and not be the dad, I think, maybe. But like, I see it around, and it's like, I can't believe it. It's really a wonder, you know. Again, it's like to the people part of things. Like, I want to know what happened that you don't feel the need to really pursue the dad, the dad title. Like, if you have young kids, and I'm imagining your work is primary to survive, pay bills, and provide for them and all that. But when you're not working, what drives me crazy is I'm wondering what's going on in that father's mind. I'm free. I don't have to work right now. Given that the other surrounding things in their life are taken care of at the moment, nothing emergency oriented, and then that free time comes up, and that free time isn't filled in by like a phone call, like, hey, I'd like to take the kids out. I know it's not my time, but do you mind? Or do you, I'll bring them right back. Or, like, why that drive for that isn't there for some fathers. I have it all the time. What's going on? What are we doing? I can't wait for my, not the baby so much, he's not even born yet, but my little guy, he's like right there, ready to get in the car with me all the time. I want to take him now. I took him somewhere the other day, relatively for the first time by myself, because, he's still a little guy. And quite frankly, I don't like that he shits himself still, He's a little bit of a slow bloomer for that. But besides the point, I like that. I like that I can take him somewhere. My oldest doesn't really want to do that. He's in it's like an 8-year-old stuck in an 18-year-old's body, a little grumpy teenager right now. But the point is, I have the desire. I want to be there. I'm there. I offer it up. If he chooses to play video games, whatever. Don't want to disrupt the force. But the point being is, when I see it happen in almost a neglectful fashion by others, terrible to see and watch. And it's terrible to watch children develop an opinion of that person. Oh, well, daddy's busy, he'll get here when he can. Or the feeling of unfulfillment by them, like, or lie or something like that. God forbid, when they know that you're a liar. Hey, look, we're adults up here in our adult world. Sometimes we got to stretch the truth just to navigate through things. If we're caught up in something, I try not to lie, but I guess the biggest lie that I might say is about my timing. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm an hour away or 30 minutes away. I try to stretch the time sometimes, but that's about as far as I go. Is with time, but yeah. I wish I could talk to people on this thing. Maybe I should go live. Would anybody listen? I don't know how to promote that, but I love the back and forth. I would love to talk to the dads, the ones that are mad at the exes, the ones that are, have some real valid arguments against what they're trying to do. Like, I want to see what stumbles, what people are stumbling into when they're trying to do the right thing. My thing is persistence. If you're running into the same thing and over again, just keep being persistent. It's tough to hold up walls forever when you're on the, when you're on the other side. So if you can be persistent, and your persistence is genuine, with good intention, with no hostility behind it, I'm telling you, you'll win in the long run. Be patient and you'll win. I thought that I was able to do that. I was just, instead of me being really, really angry and nasty all the time with my ex, it was just a little bit, and then every time it got really loud in the conversation, like, let's just calm down, let's just talk for a second, or let's call back in a little bit, give ourselves some time. And it worked. It took a minute, I mean, maybe more than a minute, maybe a year or two, but it took time. Maybe it needed to have time. I don't know. But I see too many people giving up in the middle of that time where patience is needed. And maybe you just need to realize that. That's all. But again, I wish I could go and just have talk back and forth with the people that are running into their problems, people that have had successes with it. You know, I don't know if this video gets out to anybody anywhere, but if anybody was able to say something about their experience as a co-parent, stepfather, father, whatever it is, I feel like I need to hear it. You know, it's like my way of learning. You know, and I think it would be other people's way of learning. You know, I think the best form of support that I've gotten in most recent years is by talking to people with experience into what exactly I'm in the middle of now. You know, like I'm in construction, so you know, when I run into something new that maybe I haven't come across yet, the first thing I do is I just reach out to all the people that either have a little bit more experience, more time in the game from me. I ask them, hey, did you ever run into this? You know, or the technical people, the professionals and whatnot. So, hey, I have this situation. Have you seen this before? They're the only ones that can give you the answer. Everybody else out there chirping off on what they think, what they say. Oh no, you should do this. If they have like no experience, not sure that they're the best outlet for you to be airing out on. You know. Especially because, you know, I have so many people talk to me, not negatively, or maybe it's just stories I'll hear about people giving, you know, they're having parental issues or advice rather, and they have no kids. No kids. It's a little awry there, no? You know, you have to be a parent to give parental advice. I mean, you have to. The only advice I think a person with no children can give is that of their experience from their parents if they had something that was in line with your situation, you know? Like as if, let's just say one of my friends was brought up inside of a household where they had a stepfather, and I would like to hear their feelings and their reactions to that stepfather's movements for them as from the child's perspective, even though they might be an adult now. But that's probably like the only outlet. But for someone like that to tell me about how to parent, no. You know, seek experience for when you're looking for advice. You know, it's the best way, I think. It's how I've done it. It's how I've felt as though I received the most reliable information. So, you know, I think that's that. This damn haircut hasn't happened yet, guys. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I swear to God, I better not come on here for another video with no haircut. I need my haircuts. No? Do you think? I mean, I did this a week ago. Look at me being a little prissy about it. Hey, if it's one thing I got, I'd like to get a haircut. No? Can't I have that? Anyway, I hope if there is an ability to reach out on here that you guys do it if you ever see this and want to comment. I've watched so many videos over the years and I never commented and I never talked, and I think that was a mistake. Talk, chat, even if you don't know the person. I mean, for me, for one thing, I don't think anybody that ever took the time to reach out and say, either have a question or a comment or tell me I'm an asshole. I don't know. So what's your problem? This video sucks. If somebody said the video sucks or your content's shitty, I would literally ask them, you know, can you show me what you put out, and you know, ask for help. Maybe that one person that tells me that my stuff is shitty or something is the right person to help me with production or content creation. I don't know. You know, old me would have probably found them and kicked their ass or something. I don't know. But not much of a fighter anymore, or at all. Lover, not a fighter. But yeah, communication. Hit me up. Drop a question. drop a comment, hit a like, hit a subscribe even. I think you can subscribe to this. Man, right now I'm just doing it for me, which is ultimately my goal and my point, to vlog the journey. But damn, man, I'd really get a boost if this thing was starting to be watched. You know, I want to talk about everything from parenting to business to just day-to-day life in New York City metropolitan, New Jersey 6-borough area / by the way, I live in a suburb, whatever. I got so much stuff, you know. Born in another country, you know, we can, you know, race questions, money questions, sex questions, whatever, you know, drugs. I'm literally brought up inside of an urban area, but I always lived in suburbia, so I'm a real big hybrid. I've seen a lot. So, I just want to know what people think. Let's talk. Let's chat. One day. Well, thank you for watching this one. I'm going to hang up. I think I'm going to go knock on the door of the barber now, see what's going on. So, thank you for watching. Peace.